The City of Doors, the cage, the center of the multiverse. Above an impossible spire that stretches beyond sight is a place where logic twists and meaning bends. This is Sigil. The air stinks of sweat and metal and smoke, but it's home to traders and travelers and lost souls from across the plains. Every alleyway hides a story, every shadow whispers a secret. But Sigil is not just a city of doors, it is a city of power. At its heart, unseen and untouchable, stands the Lady of Pain, a being of unknowable will who rules without words, whose gaze alone can flay the flesh from the bones. She keeps the gods out. She keeps the city in balance. She does not suffer fools. The city shifts and changes as it pleases. Buildings can rise overnight. Streets can vanish by morning. Maps are meaningless and time itself bends to the rhythm of Sigil's strange eternal drum. And in this ever-turning wheel of fate, you find yourselves here. Newcomers, veterans, planeswalkers, or lost souls, doesn't matter. Sigil does not care who you are. It does not care what you were before you set foot on its streets. The only question that matters now is, what will you become? Kaya Dreamers, and welcome to the very first episode of Harbinger House.
Wahoo! Yippee!
I'm going to start by introducing a lovely table of players to you. Starting off, we have...
Hi, I'm Octavia, and I'm playing Wrath.
Woo!
Oh, yippee!
My name is T, and I am playing Oddity.
Wahoo!
Ooh, that's pretty odd.
Yeah, a little bit.
Say that again.
Hi, I'm Hayden, and I am playing Thrax.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Let's buckle straight into it. Let's just dive straight in. The streets of Sigil are never quiet. Even in the darkest hours, the city hums with the murmur of distant voices, the clatter of hooves on slick cobblestone, and the ever-present creak of iron hinges as unseen doors swing open to places best left forgotten. But here in the dim alleyways where the lamplight barely reaches, a different kind of work is being done. Hayden,
I'm first?
would you like
Whoa.
to describe your character? Just visuals.
Just visuals.
Just
so,
visuals for now.
at the moment, he is at his day job, I imagine. So he is white, pale skin with black, hard line tattoos over his face. He's wearing a black and red robe at the moment, but underneath you can see the shine of chainmail just peeking through every now and again when he puts his arm up and its sleeve falls down. And he is in the middle of a church, in the middle of a chapel.
Let's set the scene a little bit. You are in this grand chapel, and you kneel beside a dying man. His breath is shallow, his body curled in the filth of the hive's gutters, his eyes clouded with pain and fear and flickering up to meet yours. He is nameless, like so many others who slip through the cracks of this city, lost and forgotten, before they are even gone. But you see him. You see them all. You are no executioner, no cruel collector of souls. You are a guide, a lantern in the dark, and tonight you bear witness once more. What would you like to do?
Standing over him, I think there's probably... I'm not going to do the whole thing, the whole lead up to it and all that kind of stuff, but it's just got to the point where it's at the end of the ceremony, it's at the end of it, and the moment of... do you think you are ready?
I don't know if I ever will be.
That's the problem with inevitability. It comes for us all. And
That was so good.
with one hand, his left hand, clutching a symbol, his right hand grows in size, but like becomes just ghastly, and he just closes his eyes as he casts Inflict Wounds through a prayer to Kelemvor and say, "May his judgment be true." And I step back and watch as another soul leaves Sigil, leaves the plane that we're on.
Sigil.
Wow. That's so cool.
As his final breaths slip away, the tension in his body fades. The air shifts, heavy with the weight of something unseen. You know the moment his soul departs, slipping through the wreckage of flesh into the currents that will carry him beyond. The city does not stop. The city does not care. But you do. You always will. We're gonna pull out of Sigil. We spent all that time introducing this big thing. We'll hop in planes now. The plane of Mechanus is endless and an infinite expanse of interlocking gears, each one the size of a city, turning in perfect, measured harmony. The sky is a uniform brass hue, neither bright nor dim, unchanging and timeless. There is no wind, no chaos, only the rhythmic click, 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 click of the great cosmic machinery, a soundless pulse that vibrates through the very fabric of this plane. Everywhere, modrons move in synchronized patterns, their mechanical forms whirring and ticking with mathematical precision. Cubic drones float through the air, their many-faceted eyes scanning for the slightest deviations from the order. Larger, more complex constructs march in precise formations across the surface of gears, their limbs shifting and reconfiguring as needed. There is no hesitation, no misstep. Every movement, every decision is dictated by the grand equation, flawless and inevitable. And yet today, an anomaly will be called forth. Tegan, would you like to describe what your character looks like and where they would be residing in Mechanus right now?
Yeah, so my character is an astral elf.
Ooh.
They have deep navy blue skin with gold speckles, kind of like constellations. It's giving night sky. It's giving night sky. They have short, white, shaggy hair. And they're wearing just like some loose clothing, nothing too fancy, just a loose shirt, some pants, you know, here, get a job done. And they have gold glistening eyes as well. This would be I feel like I'm placing this at the right time.
Yeah, you are.
So yes, that's all for now. And I'm presuming they would be at this moment with the Keepers of Pain, looking over various different timelines.
Yes. You are in a chamber by yourself, kind of surveying the world at large, the clockworks of time, and then bursting through the doors is this just like little golden guy with wings and little dangly legs, a modron, as he bursts in and is like, "Oddity!
Can I help you?
They need to see you.
What, like rides?
They say
now?
it's very important.
Okay.
Yes, very, very important.
I'll go.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Have fun. Do you need to keep touch of anything while you're gone? Do you have like plants that need looking at? Do you have a pet?
I've got like a starfish.
Okay, I'll look after the starfish.
Yeah, okay.
Have fun.
Thanks.
As you make your way out and towards the kind of central halls, the chamber is vast yet suffocating. A space where time itself feels heavy, pressing down like an unspoken law. The walls are not walls, but shifting panes of glass, each one showing fragmented visions of history. Moments frozen in place, playing forward and backward in endless loops. A battle that never ends. A kingdom that never falls. And a birth that never quite begins. As you step forward, your footfalls make no sounds against the polished metal floor. The air hums with quiet inevitability, a presence more than a noise. The Keepers of Pain stand in a perfect circle, unmoving, their robes like the voids between stars, rippling with unseen currents, no eyes, no mouths, only suggestion of faces, hidden in the folds of darkness. Time does not flow naturally here. It obeys the keepers alone. They do not gesture. They do not acknowledge your arrival, yet their attention is absolute. A silent weight settling onto your very existence. And then a voice. Not spoken, but imposed. Like the turning of a key in a lock. You are called.
Yes.
There is a disturbance in Sigil. A fracture. A thread unraveling.
Right, I mean, I can take a look.
We have weighed the cost. The dreaming cannot be unraveled.
I see. What does this mean?
If you survive, a flip of a coin.
If?
If the travel.
Oh, but I don't do what...
No, you must intervene.
I don't know if I'm ready.
We have weighed the cost. The world around you begins to fracture. The gears of Mechanus do not make errors. The keepers have spoken and the decision is made. The gears twist, break apart into spiraling shards of silver and brass, and then darkness. A tearing sensation, a pull, the sound of a city screaming. The moment you cross the threshold, the air itself presses down, thick with the weight of 1,000,000 lives, condensed into one impossible space. Voices roar in 1,000 tongues, the clatter of hooves and boots striking cobblestone, the distant clang of a great bell tolling an unknown hour, and then pain. A wrenching, splitting sensation rips through Oddity's being. The careful tether to time's great machinery severs like a frayed thread. The cobblestones of Sigil rush up to meet you, unforgiving and slick with rain.
Ooh.
That was fire!
Scary.
That was so good!
So you fall. You crash onto the city streets. You look around you. It is raining, it is busy. The hustle and bustle of the streets is completely ignoring you. But something does pull you forwards. A temple. A church. What would you like to do?
I'll make my way towards the church.
Mm-hmm.
Possible. Just brushing myself off and...
You feel these fragments of time, of reality, weaving their way into your brain as if plans are being gifted to you. Memories that you don't remember having. Memories that aren't yours. As you travel forward, make your way up the stairs, and as the door swings open, you see a lifeless body and a foreboding figure stood above it.
Wonder who that is.
You see the doors swing open.
Hello? Can I help you?
I need your help.
You look neither dead nor dying.
I should hope not. Currently.
What? Please, it is raining. Step in.
Thank you.
No, close the door behind you.
Okay.
I don't want to get the water in here. Oh, you've trudged it in. What? What?
I don't understand how this works. I'm not from Sigil.
Then what brought you here?
There is a problem in Sigil, and I think you are one of the people that can help.
I try to help Sigil every day.
Okay, yes, but in a different way.
At this point, Oddity, your mind begins to burn.
Okay.
As if you are receiving a vision shared with someone else across the universe. And we pull out of this scene and we travel across the plains towards the Forgotten Realms.
Is this me? Are you looking for my peepers?
Led in a slumber, cozy in the dead of night, is a sleeping figure. But you do not see them. You do, however, see their dream. The dream begins with the soft sounds of footsteps, your own, echoing down a narrow, endless hall. The air is thick, heavy with the scent of old parchment and something deeper. Something wrong. The walls pulse faintly, shifting between cold stone and rusted iron, as if the building itself is breathing. As you walk forward, shadows stretch across the floor, cast by flickering lanterns that seem to hang from nothing. Faint whispers rise from the dark, growing louder with each step, and then a voice. She promised us ascension. To your left, behind a door warped with age, a pair of sunken eyes watching through a thin slit. The figure within, once a scholar perhaps, presses his palm against the wood. His skin is translucent, riddled with veins that pulse like the roots of a dying tree. We were to be more. Another voice further down, a woman. Her fingers grasping the bars of a heavy iron door, her eyes burning with something between fury and despair. A prison of possibility. A house of broken fates. You pass more doors, more voices. Some whisper, some weep, some laugh. A child's voice hums a tune you almost recognize, lilting and strange. A hand, skeletal and trembling, reaches through the bars and brushes against your sleeve. You hear it, don't you? You do. A sound just beyond hearing, a heartbeat beneath the walls. A rhythm older than memory, pulling at the threads of your mind. At the end of the hall, a door stands open. Inside, a figure waits. Not Vlakiv, not Senla, something else. You cannot see its face, only the shape of it, wreathing in shifted light. To Sigil. The words are not spoken, they are etched into the space between seconds, imprinted in your mind like a scar that has always been there. The figure lifts a hand, pointing beyond the threshold. And the moment you step through, you awake, laying on the cold cobblestone floors in the streets of the cage.
What?
Try to describe your character.
Sure thing. My character, you see lying on this cobblestone street, is a older Githyanki woman with a yellow skin tone and black little dots scattered all over her skin. She has amber eyes that are almost gecko-like and brunette hair that's tied up into a ponytail. She wears ornate Githyanki half-plate worn by years of conflict and neglect, and strung on her shoulders and on her back are various types of weapons, all of different craftsmanship from different cultures.
Mm-hmm. As you crash onto these wet streets, you are also in front of a temple. How convenient.
How convenient that we all just crashed in front of a temple.
But having just had this vision shared with you, you feel the pain and the distance between the thing that you were connecting to just get yanked forward, like the release of like a tape measure that just slaps itself right into you.
I literally can see it.
Just like,
Okay, I'm gonna rush to the church doors and open them wide open.
We just closed them, and now you've let the rain in again.
Thunder echoes and the rain pours down. You see a collapsed Githyanki.
You come here.
I walk over
Thank you. Through the doors, please. Thank you.
What is going on?
I don't know. I'd see you are important. Yes.
Who are you?
I recognize.
For another time.
Are you wearing any sort of like facial cover at this point in time? Like a robe or something?
No, I would say during the procedure, I would be wearing the robe. But the robe has... Actually, yeah, I've taken the hood off, but I haven't taken the robe off because I haven't actually completed the full transaction, if that makes sense.
Transaction.
I've just killed a man. I haven't like buried him. He's just dead on a slab. And I got interrupted before I could like put him away.
Do burial rites.
Then yes, we'll say you pick up on this.
I hear the voice.
Before she does.
Did you bring my mother here?
Your mother?
Rekis?
Thrax, Mum.
Oh. I'm sorry, did something happen?
No. It's just Thrax now.
So you want me to call you that from now on?
Are you closing yourself outside the room?
No, I'm just shutting the doors. Just in case this is a bad familial thing, but I kind of need them both there, so I'm just gonna hold the handles. But
Other than the three of you, this temple is completely empty.
Except for dead Bob
Dead guy. Nameless dead guy. But something.
No, probably 7 for the day.
Yeah.
Okay. You close the doors and the thunder gets locked outside, the ring gets locked outside, and you're just kind of trapped in this quiet.
I'd appreciate it if you would call me Thrax.
It suits you,
Thanks.
I think. I'm sorry, why
What?
are we here?
What?
well, I didn't expect this part of the equation. I thought you would be strangers, if I'm completely honest.
You're not part of the family reunion group?
No,
You don't bring...
no.
Then
You
why-
don't look that similar.
Okay.
This wasn't anticipated.
You'll come into my church.
So,
Call me adopted.
No!
No, you're telling me this now? An ASMR and a GIF Yankee and I'm adopted?
I understand this might be of some importance and we might need to expedite this, whatever this is. I appreciate you bringing me my mother.
you're welcome. It wasn't me, but you're welcome.
Okay, not disrespect, but I really need to deal with this.
No, that's fine. I can interview.
I
This
walk
one.
over, get a little, like essentially like a little wheelie chair. I'm just kind of like take him out the back for now.
Who are you? Who do you work for? Why are we here? Where even am I?
You're in Sigil.
Make a first roll of the session.
First roll of the session! Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go. What am I making?
A history check.
History check? Sure.
sure.
Boom!
Why not?
Ah,
Oh.
that's a 9.
Whoa, that's sick.
Yeah, I got
First
so
9 of the
much.
session.
I have a +3 as well. These are great.
You're aware of like other planes of existence. This could be one. That's all you get.
Right, and Sigil is...
Oh, you're not from this plane?
I literally just dropped out on the street.
I see. What's
I think at this point I'll come back.
Family, that's a big deal.
You hear the doors to the back of the temple just like slam shut. You walk in with like an empty wheelbarrow.
I leave it out there. I leave it out there. And I've derobed. I'm now.
Whoa.
No, I literally just derobed. Like I've still got my armor on and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not wearing the ceremonial robe.
Sorry, where are you from?
Hang on a minute. You've brought my mum here, and you're the one asking questions.
I tried to ask them what Sigil is, and I didn't get much of an answer out of it.
Sigil's the city of doors, Mum.
That doesn't tell me a lot. Where are we?
We're in my church, the Church of Kalimvor.
Where are you from? I will help you figure it out.
I'm from the
basis.
Faerun,
The Pharaoh.
if that helps.
Right, so you have, I'm assuming this is knowledge I would have, is that you have traveled planes. You're not in Pharaoh anymore, you're in the Forgotten Realms?
No, Sigil is its own.
Sigil is its
thing.
own.
Yeah.
Plane committee. You're in Sigil, which is a different plane. It's where your son lives.
On a technicality, it's in the Outlands.
In the Outlands.
But it's like, imagine lore drop. There's the Outlands. There's this big kind of spherical plane, and there's all these places on the outside. And then at the top of a massive spire in the center of the Outlands is a big donut-shaped thing that kind of exists as its own entity, and that is Sigil.
Oh, okay.
So you can get to the Outlands from here. But like going from the Outlands to Sigil is kind of impossible because there's just a big spire that's just infinitely tall. You can't really walk up that.
Yes,
So.
okay. You do the rest. Yeah, so it's like near the Outlands if you're familiar.
No, you're not.
I'm not familiar, guys, at all. How did I get here?
That might have been me.
Might have.
Might have. I'm getting a vibe. That it was.
You said before that Sigil was in danger, or Sigil needed my help?
Yes, well, I'm assuming both of you now.
You're doing a lot of assuming.
I kind of got here about 5 minutes ago also.
And you dragged me here as well.
I didn't drag you. You dropped in. And it might have been my fault.
Can I?
Did you drop my mum at the front of my church like a bag of shit on fire?
Wasn't my intention. Can I make some kind of check to see if it was me?
Yeah, sure. Make me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Do you want it to have been you?
Well, I can't be sure. That's
That's
cocked.
cocked.
That's cocked.
Got it on the cock.
Under the cock.
Oh, okay. So this isn't
I
gonna
think you
work.
roll on a flat set.
You can roll on the table.
I can roll on the table.
Yeah.
Dice tray, yeah.
Nice
if you
little
need
dice
it.
roll ASMR for the people at home. Or crisp.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
22.
22!
Jesus.
You're aware of your powers. It's not like something you could have necessarily done, but in the kind of, fracturing of the universe that you felt happen inside of your body like 5 minutes ago, you don't really feel that good.
Feeling a little bit sicky.
Mr. Keeper, I don't feel so good.
You don't really feel that powerful. You don't really feel that capable. And there are some things you kind of notice about yourself that feel like they are holding you back. So no, you didn't do this.
So upon further thinking, I don't think it was me. I'm completely innocent. It might be. So I kind of arrived here also from a different plane in like what you would call like a time fracture, wibbly wobbly fuck. And you probably got pulled in by the same kind of energy because there is a problem.
And
And you need to be here.
is the problem?
That I can't say.
You don't know, or you just don't want to tell us? Or yes? Just the answer is yes to both.
It's confidential.
So I've been dragged here by unknown means, by an unknown person, for unknown reasons
Yes.
as to why I'm here.
Yes.
Well, this seems very productive.
Can I do just a general insight?
Absolutely.
Hot boy howdy. It's an 8 on the dice. So you can be telling me, you can sell me anything. 13.
General vibe. Doesn't really seem like they know what they're doing.
Cool. Like,
and seems a bit stressed about that fact.
More like putting it on heavy because you're like, I don't want to seem like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Look, I know it's a lot, but it could be fun. You guys, you haven't seen each other in a while, I presume. Hey, problem solving with the fam.
So this is just a family reunion.
Yeah.
No, it's not the intention. Again, I did not know this would happen.
Are you a family counselor?
No.
Then what are you?
Oh, I'm not very good at the peopling thing. So, I come from a group of people that look after time.
Oi.
And there's some fucky shit going on in Sigil. And I'm asking you to trust me. Because there's fucky shit happening with time here.
Can I, roll insight to see if I would believe that... What's my passive? It is 11. Just to see if I would believe what they're saying right now.
Your neural perception inwards?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give us a cheeky roll.
Give us a cheeky roll. What's my insight?
Make it cheeky though.
That's a natural 20. Holy fuck. 21. First natural 20 of the campaign.
And it was to see if T was bullshitting.
As per.
Not bullshit.
No, talent.
Definitely not giving you all the information. But that could be for your own safety. But there is the connection between your dream, between what has happened to you so far in your life. There is this feeling of something is going wrong. And if Oddity says that you're the one to fix it, then you must have some connection to it.
What can we do to help?
Oh, that's very nice. Great question.
Frax, is there anybody in this city that you may know that needs help?
My full-time job is helping everyone.
Yeah, but any, big issues?
Stand out? No, I don't know any standout big issues. I mean, tax is rough, but I don't.
It's time for our new segment, Frax and Tax.
Make sure you pay them on time. I don't. No, this is the first time hearing that I need to be doing more.
Okay. Based on my kind of role in this, can I guide them to the next point if I know what it is, or is it something we've kind of got to come to ourselves?
Kind of what you're piecing together from the very little information you kind of have, is that something is going wrong in Sigil. You're not 100% sure what that is. You do, however, know that when you tend to intervene in situations in this kind of way, things do kind of just happen to you. You stumble across things if you go looking for them, or things stumble their way across you. So it's very much just a fuck around, find out.
Yes.
Kind of sitch.
It's fair. You don't know what the problem is. I can't really tell you what the problem is, otherwise. So.
Sorry, could you elaborate on?
No.
Sure.
A very accurate representation of what will happen.
Sure.
You trust it.
I don't think they'd be going on this much of a tangent if they were bullshitting. So maybe their ramblings have some merit to them.
Sorry, what's your name?
Erath.
Erath is spit in bars.
Sorry, that is also a great question. What is your name?
Oddity.
Is that
It might as well
a
just be
title, or-
irony.
And
Well,
yours?
it is lovely to meet you. I'm Thrax.
Oh yes.
No, I do remember from the. Call me Thrax, so that's a nice name, I think.
Is that what I sound like?
Well, no, I was trying not to impersonate.
Give it a go.
Oh, I am Thrax.
No, you know what? I shouldn't have asked.
So we go out. I beg your pardon. We go out into Sigil. We do some walking. Maybe we run into a problem.
Wait, let me just put all the ducks in a row. You're
I
saying
love ducks.
you're saying that there is a problem and
Yes.
we're both needed for it.
Yes.
You've brought my mother across space and time,
Yes.
perchance.
Well, not me, but yes.
Sorry, someone has brought my mother across space and time.
Yes.
And we're supposed to stumble upon the problem.
Yes. I cannot tell you because.
Oh, I know, I very much gathered the...
Yep.
But... this is a lot of trust going your way.
Yes.
I mean, I'm done for the day. I'm all for it. I've clocked off. So I'm not... Oh, I didn't really have any plans for tonight anyway.
Excellent.
So this is really...
That's good news.
Um,
Otherwise, I would have to force you to do it against your own will, and it would be.
I just said I'm willing to do it, and you're like, oh, but also, P.S., here's a threat.
Are you threatening my
No.
son?
Oh, that wasn't the intention.
Oh, you're just making it funny.
No.
So you were serious?
No.
So what was the tone indicator on that?
I'm not from here.
/ I'm not from here?
I don't know. I don't understand. Like, maybe you guys don't like things happening against your own will.
Okay, so
Not really.
so how long are we going to walk for before we stumble upon a problem? Also,
At this point, the door's open.
Whoa!
oh, the pissing rain's coming in.
And you see 3 men and 1 woman walk in. They are all dressed in garb and icons of the Athar, which only you have any sort of semblance
One more
of.
time?
I love that drag.
They are
The
dressed
icons of Sigil.
in
Just the name of the
Athar.
Athar?
The Athar is a
Jafar.
faction in Sigil. Sigil's full of factions. But the specific thing about the Athar is that they are a group of people who do not believe in deities. They specific... It's like... They believe that the gods exist, but they don't believe that they're gods. They believe they're just like people who hype themselves up to be a bit more
And
than
they've
what they are.
walked into your
And they've
church.
walked into your church.
People with
That's
God
not a good
complexes.
sign.
And they just kind of like take a seat in the pews and just start talking to each other.
See, we
Sorry, are you trying to get out of the rain?
Oh, we just needed a place to have a conversation.
Yeah, there's a place around the corner. If you want to keep walking, you're more than welcome to go find somewhere else.
Sure.
Hey, hello. So who are you?
Don't give me that look.
We didn't even have to walk anywhere.
Are they important too?
They step up and start walking out.
No.
What is everybody's passive perception?
11!
You said if we get up and walk out, the problem will
The problem
happen.
walked in. Maybe. I'm not sure. 13.
Passive
Perception.
perception. 15.
As they say some insults about you as they kind of like walk out. They're like, "Oh, what a shit face." But you see one of the men kind of pipes up, and it just kind of whispers, "Did you hear that another body was found?" As they're like opening
In the
doors.
church?
Do you have to do anything?
Oh no.
One part of me is like, we said we would walk and find the problem. And the other part of me is like, plot hook. Sorry, what was that? Not the shithead part, the other part.
Oh, it's just another body. And then you see the woman kind of places her hand over this man's face and just kind of just muffles him. Oh, nothing.
No. You've walked into my establishment.
You've kicked us out. We're leaving.
Yes. But the knowledge you leave behind is fair game. So what was that last statement?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. I have advantage because I'm in the House of Kellenvor.
Sure.
Yeah!
You don't get it if you
in the
don't
house of his
ask.
god. Sure. Anything can happen.
Oh.
Did it help?
And the god said, persuasion. 8.
With advantage?
I rolled a 5 and an 8.
Just kind of looks you up and down. There's a lot of people going missing in the streets. I sure hope that you don't become one of them.
Empty threats mean nothing.
She walks down.
Bye.
I'm gonna hunt her down and kill her. No, it's like you're threatening my son.
You've like mum hunters marked.
Yeah.
Mum strength kicks in, hill giant.
Mumters mark.
Problem.
Yeah, but they've left now.
Yes, but we could go look at it.
Look at the
I
body.
don't know where we're going. Are you saying that if we just walk out and maybe if the will of it that we turn left and we walk towards it?
I don't know. Do you have
A dodgy area?
law enforcement in Sigil?
We have yes, we do. Right? We do?
Maybe ask
We do.
them.
We can ask the law enforcement.
Yes, about missing people.
Is that how Sigil works?
So in Sigil's kind of run by factions. And one of the main factions is the Fraternity of Order, otherwise known as Governors.
Governors.
Governors?
The Fraternity of Order. They are, they love law. They love just like the idea of there are rules and they must follow these rules, and if anyone breaks outside the bounds of the rules, then they are in trouble. They have done something wrong. They kind of keep an eye on what's going on in the city, but the main thing is don't upset the lady and you're all good to go.
And follow the rules.
There's also the Harmonium, also known as the Hardheads. And they are a faction based around peace and harmony. So they're trying to keep everything nice and peaceful, nice and happy.
What if we just made love and not war?
Yeah.
The hippies.
Yeah. Amen. Peace.
Yes.
They're all druids.
But they believe that the only way that peace and harmony can be achieved is through the strict order of enforcement.
I take it back, they're not hippies. They're definitely not hippies.
No.
They have this idea of what is universal good. And that's what we're gonna do. And everyone's so happy. Boom, boom.
Oh, okay, that's like
Boom, boom.
boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Sorry.
Yeah, someone walked in. Sorry about like the fact that you killed somebody this morning. He gets 5 big booms.
Boom, boom. Oh, we're sorry about Dead Bob. He gets 5 big booms.
He gets 5 big booms.
Where do you guys want to head to? Or would you just want to stay in the temple and wait for things to stumble upon your doorstep again?
Well, I got told we have to walk around.
Is there anything? Oh, not anything. Is there anyone that we should walk to in particular?
Again,
You know the city better than
You can't really answer that, can you? You can't get involved. So it's more of a
precisely.
where would we like to walk to that could potentially lead somewhere of interest, or not, but that's already written.
Look, you've been in the city longer than us two. Is there anyone that you would know about dead bodies and the like? Because we could go see
Other than
them.
you, by the looks of person lying on the table with
Would I have
the wheelbarrows.
somebody in the city that
Nothing like somewhere in the city.
Is more of like a contact for if someone were to pass away, they bring them to me and I do like a to the beyond for you.
Yeah, I feel like you would have some like, what would the like undertakers? What is the term?
Yeah, Undertaker.
Yeah, I feel like there is some probably crime scene reporters and stuff that all kind of like report to you in some capacity. You've got a few networked friends.
Yeah, people reach out to me when they're like, "Oh, we need to work out this thing," and I put on my cool outfit, and I'm like, "Oh, let's have a look and see how this death happened." What do you know? Someone that I would potentially report to? Like, is there anybody in mind that?
There is a hard head, a member of the Harmonium, who does investigate a lot of crime scenes, investigates a lot of murders, and finds people kind of on the brink of death, and sometimes brings them to you to help guide to the other side. I will give you permission to name him whatever you like.
Oh no.
This will be Frankie joined a Sigma.
Frankie joined a Sigma.
Flash J. Don't do that.
Please.
I do have someone that we could speak to, but it's more of a situation. Like, we have a working relationship. I don't know if I could go to him preemptively.
I thought you were going to be that. It's more of a situation.
It's more of a situationship.
Yeah.
I was very delicate to not say that.
Yeah.
It's very much a. He reaches out to me. I'm sure I could reach out to him.
That's probably our only choice at the moment. So if you could, that would be appreciated.
Okay. If you would like to join me, we'll go find Bradley Bellick.
Bradley Bellick. All right. You head on down the cold city streets as we are one lantern into the night. The rain has lightened up a bit. But as you kind of step outside, you see a familiar figure leaning up against one of the nearby buildings, and familiar only in like garb, because you recognize the robes as one of the people who walked into the temple earlier. You see the man who tried to pipe up before, who was silenced, has hung around. And as you kind of like walk off with your own business, you see he's kind of like, excuse me?
Yes, what is it?
I had a question about death.
Sure, ask away. Here, join me under some cover first.
So he kind of like shifts his way out of the rain as it starts to lighten up. And do you know when people die?
What are you gonna say?
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
He lives on Drury Lane. No? Do I know when people die?
Like, do you feel it in the city?
No, I don't have.
Oh,
I don't have the ability to feel when people die. But what troubles you? What is? Do you fear that someone has died? You don't know?
My friend Kuluk died recently. I just found out, and I don't know whether I thought maybe that you could feel his passing to the other side or investigate it in some way, but that's fine.
So do you know they're dead?
Yes.
So you felt them move to the other side?
No, they found his body.
How did he die?
Like the Harmonium found his body.
But
He was murdered.
you felt him leave this world.
No, I just got told that he died, and
But you felt the loss.
I feel grief. Yes, I do feel grief.
Then that's what you feel when someone dies.
Well, I was more thinking of like, did his soul actually transfer, or was it more of a like, I don't know, something stopped that from happening?
I can look into that.
Okay.
That is not, don't want to say my specialty, but sending their souls to be judged is what Kalamvor does.
So you don't know about the murders?
No.
Judas, no!
Plural. Murders.
Murders, yes, murders.
Oy.
Started about a week ago.
About a week ago. Sorry.
Killed his cousin. Went to jail.
The Hardheads found the body of Old Favor, of the Godsman.
So his name was Old Favor?
Old Favor, yes. He was a leader of the Godsman, but he'd recently retired.
Because he was so old.
Well, the work he was doing at Harbinger House was getting to be too much.
Title drop. Rah.
I don't think it's got any importance at all.
You do know something interesting about Harbinger House.
Sorry.
Do I?
So excited.
Interesting.
But yes, they moved him to look after a kind of hovel that was looking to transition itself out of Sigil and move to the ethereal plane, and he was murdered. He was the first. There's been 5 since.
5 murders.
6, including Old Favor.
And the most recent one, that was Old Mate?
Look,
Oh.
yes, one of our own in the faction, yes.
Very sorry to hear. May he be judged accordingly.
I don't know what that means. You think he was a bad person?
That is not for me to say.
Okay.
Kalamvor judges all based on their deeds and their soul.
Okay.
I want a bit of a giggle over there.
Laughing at my friend dying?
He called their friend Old Mate. It was
Dead, mate.
the.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
That's
Funny.
funny.
He was old.
Was he? Okay, that makes more sense.
You knew him. Kaluk, were you friends?
I'm not.
Oh,
How did you know he was?
Yeah, no,
he
he's
was
good, my week.
70.
Well, I'm not going to harp on about my intelligence, but when your name is Old Favor, I don't think you're a spry young man.
No, Old Favor was the first one who died.
This
Kaluk,
was
my
Kaluk.
friend, was the 6th one who died.
So
Yeah, that's
Kaluk.
a
I can't even keep. I don't know where I came
So
to.
Kaluk, where did Kaluk die?
Where did I don't know yet.
He was such a friend of mine too.
They just found.
We
I
used to
just
go to the
got told.
local clam and hoist a few.
I've never been.
not a seafood.
No.
Yeah.
It's a figure of speech. Anyway, Kaluk, whereabouts do you know where he died?
I did not get told. My friends ran off in a huff after you upset them.
They broke into the church.
The churches are free reign in the cities.
Well, there was a sign at the front that said we closed at 7. And it's
Oh.
currently
Oh shit, did you?
7:30.
We don't really do like time here. We just kind of do like 1 lantern after nightfall, 2 lanterns after nightfall, 7. Who knows when
Sorry.
7 is?
2 lanterns, too late. That's what it says at the front.
Well, the good thing there was only the second lantern has not been lit yet.
Oh, boy howdy.
Just say you don't want to help, jeez.
No, I do want to help. Old death should be a delicate matter.
Mm.
And if someone's going around town... What?
Just someone going around town and then just the pause.
All I got told was that there was investigators investigating the murder, and that I shouldn't worry because Narkovi and her Harheads are on the trail, and they'll find the murderer soon. I don't believe it.
No, I don't think so either. I think we should part ways here, my friend.
Are you going to kill me?
No. No, I just mean that we have things to do.
We? Oh, you.
Yes, me, my mother, and my new friend.
Okay.
This is my mum. Say hi, Mum.
Hi.
You're scary. I don't like you. That was too much eye contact.
Well, that was a bit rough.
I'm gonna go.
Remember, judge people by the kindness in their heart, not with your eyes. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Is everyone in the city like this?
Be prepared for that. This city is a shit.
It's a lot of condensation.
That's a lot of
I'm on my D&D Live Presents month, which you can find at the Etsy D&D Live Presents store. Do you want condensation on your mug?
This is what it looks like uncondenscended, by the
If you
way.
put very cold cell over it.
If you look, you can see where the Pepsi Max was.
Yeah.
It was right
Remnants. I can't do that.
Get in the cup.
Still beverage in
Get in the
my
cup right now.
Watching Octavia's mic just peak.
POV. POV, you're
Get in the cup. Get in the cup right now.
POV, you're in my cup.
This is what we
Cheers.
transitioned to
Wait,
pre-recorded
3,
sessions for, is to cut this shit out.
No, this is gonna be.
so fun.
Nah, this is so making the final cut, don't worry.
But that you saying this is making the final cut will not make the final cut.
Aw.
Oh, what a shame.
Sorry, should we walk towards where we're already supposed to be going? Is that how it works?
Well,
You're taking us. You're taking us to see your friend. What was his name?
Bradley Bellick.
Bradley Bellick.
well, there's that, or we could go talk to, the people who are investigating the murder that person
Well,
mentioned.
in a cool, interesting, fun turn of events, the
Second time.
the member of the Athar that just spoke to you, he told you that Narkovi and her hardheads were investigating the murderers, and your friend Bradley Bellick is considered one of the hardheads because he works for the Harmonium.
That works out
How
perfectly.
convenient.
So maybe he knows Narkovi.
What is when it comes to the hardheads, what is their titles? Like, are they sergeants, officers?
Buddies.
They've got an abundance of different kind of like titles and such, but they're just a faction full of people.
Okay.
They're hard.
There are factuals, and a factual is the leader of a faction.
But that's not Bradley.
That's not Bradley, no.
Not Bradley. Not our Bradley.
Not our Bradley.
Yes, so I will take my crew to go see Bradley.
Beautiful. You make your way down the streets of Sigil. You walk past the hustle and bustle and just the chaos of a menagerie of humanoids. Just every person and thing in the world is able to converse here. You have gods and demons, every species you can imagine, all living together in peace. But you make your way to go see Bradley, and there is this very dimly lit building on the outskirts of the specific sector of town, and there is a very, for you, familiar, dark oak door that you can knock on if you so wish.
We don't knock and the campaign's over. Such Jay.
I will knock on the door.
The door swings open. I didn't expect you at this time of night.
Yes, sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to bother you. I've just heard some...
You see this dusk elf with this kind of thick beard and long curly hair that's just pitch black.
Yes, I didn't want to disturb you at this time, but I can't turn a blind eye. There's some things going on.
You see Bradley kind of looks out to the streets and then looks. Are they with you?
Yes, that is
Get in. And then
He's a man of business.
Okay.
as you all kind of shuffle in, he kind of peers his head out, looks down the streets, and then just kind of closes the door again.
So Brady B,
Freddie B! What the fuck?
it turns out there's been some whispers of a murder. A few, actually. And I was wondering if I could borrow your insight into this information.
I've heard a bit about what's been going on, but I don't really understand why you're so interested in it.
Well, all death is meaningful, and if someone's going around giving it out willy-nilly, it's sort of disgusting. What?
Disgusting.
Disgusting. If you're giving out death willy-nilly, that's disgusting.
This is
Death is an intimate matter.
But this is Sigil, and Sigil is a place of chaos, and people die all the time.
Yes, but when it's brought to my doorstep, I can't turn a blind eye, Brad.
I could get you to talk to Narkovi. She's leading the case.
I think
She's a friend of mine. She's...
a hardhead.
Yes, well... She leads a group of them. They've been investigating the crime scenes.
Yes, I would love an audience with her.
I can set you up a meeting in the morning.
That'd be great. Until then, I think we're going to do some investigating of our own to look into this, to compare notes.
Look, I like you, Thrax.
I know we've spoken about this many times, but I don't think it's going to work out.
I'm happy to share with you what I know, but only under the idea that you be cautious. Don't need good people getting hurt in the cage.
No.
The Godsmen have been very active since the murders began. They've been setting up patrols to guard the area around the Great Foundry.
Slow the fuck down, Brad. I've got the Godsman. The Foundry, the fucking Godsman.
Where's your pen?
It snaps, so I've got this.
I have a pen if you...
No, I've got this, it's fine.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
For those keeping along at home, the Godsmen, otherwise known as Believers of the Source, believe that there is a purpose to the multiverse. All the planes exist as a test. The worthy ascend their deaths to a higher state of existence. Those who fail to get reincarnated into a lower form. Their goal is to understand this testing process in order to bring about the end of the multiverse and ascend to a new existence.
Oh. Jules, did you say keepers of the source?
Keepers of the... leaders of the source, is what I said.
S-O-U.
S-O-U.
Okay, when you say keepers of the source, I was like...
Yes.
Ketchup?
Ketchup? Mustard?
Godsmans of the believe
Aioli?
Yes, they believe in kind of reincarnation. We're all striving towards a newer, better versions and beings.
I think death is perfect as it is, to be honest.
I think
if you want to
they should
reincarnate,
I think they should just relish what they have in front of them.
correct.
You see Bradley, as he says this, that the Godsmen are very active on the streets since the murders, and that they've been investigating the areas around the Great Foundry.
Women have died.
He kind of turns to you. How much do you know about Harbinger?
Wouldn't lie to you, Brad. Not a fucking lot.
It's a place where people have been keeping soon-to-be gods, insane individuals, murderers, people that the lady worries about. Sigil is a place of peace, in the sense that we do the lady's bidding and we do not get in trouble. Some people do not wish to obey her command. That's how you end up in Harbinger. The Godsmen have been ruling Harbinger.
So it's become more of a place of silence than a place of containment.
Well, recently there have been concerns that things are getting out. At least that's what I hear.
Are they getting out, Brad, or are they being let out?
I don't know.
Sounds like something, I don't know what, is pulling us towards Harbinger.
Well, the governors have been saying that they'll offer rewards for the capture of the murderer, but nobody's getting really close other than Narkovi. My assumption is that shit's falling apart, and it's gonna keep falling apart until the lady intervenes, but I don't know who you two are or why you're here, but...
Oh, this is Erath, my mother, and this is Oddity.
Oh, pleasure.
Oddity's my friend.
I kind of just got dropped here to deal with a problem that I don't even know anything about.
Don't stick your necks out too far. That's my only advice.
Is that why you were so paranoid checking the door earlier?
He only brings trouble.
What, because you bring good times and rainbows?
Sounds like my son.
I'll contact Narkovi. I can set up a meeting in the morning, but... Yes. Get some rest. Stay safe. Investigate whatever you want, but don't keep me a part of it.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Brady B.
Oh, only I call him Brady B. I'm cool with him like that. You can call him Bradley.
Both like...
Mom.
Nah,
Please.
Mum, you're not cool like that.
Alrighty, where would you like to go from here?
Can you, Oddity, can you weigh in on this, or is it all... if you make a decision?
That's not what I do. I go... Yes, like very much.
Are you just like...
So, by you not answering, is that because no matter what way you answer that, you're in turn
Yes.
weighing in on the decision?
Yes, I fear.
Yes.
I just don't...
All I'm saying is you should go out for walks more often. You're finding out a lot.
I don't come to your house and talk about your lack of cardio.
guess you couldn't get there if you tried.
To your level of cardio. Or your
No, my house.
I was going to say.
Jesus Christ.
It's up to you. What the rest of the night entails.
So are you just a bystander to everything that's happening?
If that's the way you want to look at it, sure.
Alright.
The two kind of options you have at this point in time, I guess, is you can either go and try and investigate these murders, ask around and figure out where any of them happened and investigate the crime scenes yourself, or you can
Go to bed.
take them back to your house and find a place to let these guys sleep for the night and then
What
go for your meeting in the morning.
What would you say in relevance to, I don't know, a 24-hour clock? Would you say it is roughly time-wise?
Like 8 p.m.
Alright, cool. So we're dealing with a bit of a crossroads here. We can either... Crossroads? I don't know. We can either investigate further tonight, or we can call it. I'm of the opinion that we've not really done much.
I just don't know how much I could be of help. At least everyone doesn't seem too hospitable around
Yes, but
here.
you've got a keen eye, Mother.
That is fair. Maybe I could spot something out if we go on a bit of a journey.
As much as I've tried, I don't think I've been able to replicate what you pick up. So I would value you coming along.
Do you know where this Harbinger House is?
Yes.
at all?
It's quite unmissable.
I'm open
We're standing
to...
in front of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa! Roll credits.
Mother, you're in the front doorstep of
Oh
it.
shit! I'm in the Harbinger House right now, and you are too.
For only a small fee of 9.
I'm happy to go on a walk, whether that's towards the general area of Harbinger House or just wherever you feel necessary. I feel like you should be guiding the way because they're not really making a choice, and I only just got here.
Yes, if you led the way, I don't think we'd be running in circles, apparently, pretty much.
Fair enough.
So, yes, I will, did you want the tour as we go around? I can tell you some of the history about Sigil, or...
Sure, if there's any place that could be of importance to us, feel free to point it out.
Yeah, I can do that. So, I think...
Time with Hayden.
Do we know... DM. Do we know of any locations of these murders at all? Or is it just...
No,
So we're fresh on the case.
The only piece of information in terms of locations that you have been given is that the Godsmen have been spent. What are you doing to them?
Sorry, I was doing ASMR, continue.
It's that the Godsmen have been
doing what?
spending.
ASMR. No, I was doing ASMR, not doing ASMR.
Interesting. Infest. Anyway.
The Godsmen have been sending
There's the
patrols.
Where's my hand? There's the Dorothy. Get out.
The Godsmen have been sending patrols to guard the Great Foundry.
Yes, that was the only location.
That's the only location you have heard of. The Great Foundry is quite well known in Sigil. It is the very big headquarters of the Godsman faction in Sigil's lower ward. Yeah, it is not usual for non-Godsman members to make their way in. And since you have been in Sigil for not the longest amount of time, you have yet to be indoctrined by a faction. You are factionless. You just abide by the lady's rules the same way everyone else does.
Would we be able
Amen.
to get to the Great Foundry, or is it like... we have to like go through a lot of hoops? Like, it's not somewhere that we can just visit.
It's not something that you could visit, in the sense that you could like maybe walk past the outside of it and be like, oh look, it's the Great Foundry. But getting inside, they'll be like, oh, who are you? And you'll be like, I'm Bradley, and they'll be like, no, you're not.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should probably head to the Great Foundry, as that's a great starting off point.
All right, lead the way.
While we walk, I have a question.
Just the one?
Yes.
Shoot.
How come you two are on different planes? But you are family?
We haven't
Yes.
seen each other for a while.
Yeah.
Did you guys get split up or
No, I left.
you left? Oh, I see. Sorry, I said I'll only ask one question.
You can ask more than one. We've got quite a bit of a walk.
Okay.
Oh, that is a bakery. It used to be a gambling house. Anyways,
Ooh,
carry
do
on.
they do croissants?
No, they do now. They didn't used to. They used to do
Oh.
blackjack and poker.
Fuck's sake.
Wow.
Well,
No, very interesting, very interesting. When did you leave?
When I was forced to do a trial.
Oh,
Yeah, I left when, as part of the Githyanki order, it's mandatory that you commit a act of murder under no rhyme or reason other than just to do it.
and you aren't a fan of murder from
No.
what I've heard.
Not when it's unwarranted and unneeded.
Right, so you left. You wouldn't do it?
Mm.
Very interesting. And you were sad?
of course, that was my son leaving, but at the end of the day, I obviously had to respect that. If he didn't want to do that trial, then he didn't want to. The others were not so receptive to him leaving and not going under the trial, though.
I can imagine. What, did you get banished to another plane then? Or did you figure out the planar travel thing?
I figured out the planar travel thing.
Wow, very nice. Where have you been?
Here.
Oh, just here?
Yeah, when you travel through a door, you kind of go to where all the doors coming from. And I thought, well, I'm already here.
Oh. I see. You're an interesting family.
What's your family like?
I don't really have one. I did, way back when.
Oh,
What happened to it?
Nothing, I just left. Similar story. But I had a job. So I went to a job. You don't
And
see
you
them
never-
much?
Never went home.
No. Pretty time-consuming job. Haha.
As you make your way through the city streets, it is a long walk to get.
that is the new faction house. It used to be the old faction house
the lower
until
ward.
they took it over.
The lower ward in Sigil is a very kind of grimy section of the city.
You're about to get to the grimy section, everyone.
It is not very safe.
It's so dangerous around these parts.
The Great Foundry
It used to be called just the
not-
Foundry. It was recently elevated.
is not very pretty from the outside.
Don't.
All you can kind of see are these kind of 10-foot wide main gates that are just completely made out of iron. And then behind that is just kind of a massive building just kind of made out of bits of metal and rubble. It looks like a closed down factory.
Magneto would love it here.
But there are guards stood on the insides of the gates. And as you kind of look upon this scene, you feel something collide with you, Barath. As this woman just kind of walks into you, stumbles, and then kind of grabs onto your arm as she just kind of just falls to the floor and drops something on the floor that just shatters. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Watch where you're going.
I know. I've been so preoccupied. I'm so sorry.
With what?
There's been so much going on. I'm so scared to be here at night, and it's just I've been looking in the wrong directions.
What did you drop? That seemed really delicate.
I've been. You ask a lot of questions.
I'm new in town. I've got to, really.
Can you help me up?
Yeah, sure. I'll like.
You pull up this woman. She
A woman? What?
looks to be in about her 20s. Very thin frame, very sharp facial features. Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's a diva.
She's a diva. She kind of stands up and kind of just like looks down at look like kind of pieces of crystal and metal that have just kind of shattered on the floor. Okay. And just kind of like pulls out a bag and then starts to like put the pieces of whatever this thing is.
I'll help like scoop up shards
and
place them in the bag. Sorry, what was your name?
Nari.
Nari.
Yes.
Do you know anything about what has been going on recently, considering it's been on your mind so much?
Well, just people have been being murdered and that's really stressful.
That is fair enough.
Are you not stressed? I guess you've got like armor on and stuff. Do you work for people or something?
Self-employed.
Okay, I'm also self-employed.
What do you do, Nari?
I make things.
Was that one of your creations?
Yeah.
Professor?
I was trying to make. I thought that if I could make some documents for the harmonium that they could like look back on it and be like, oh, that's so cool and interesting. So I was trying to build something that would capture a still like image for the investigators.
That seems interesting.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Do I know anything about how something like that would be created?
Yeah.
Because we had like a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would actually do that, but could I like give some advice?
Is this gonna affect the timeline?
Yeah, sure. You think about all of the wonderful creations in Mechanus, and there are camera-esque things that have been created, but have presumably not made their way to Sigil, or at least not made their way to Nari. And it is a combination of kind of magic and materials all working together as one big component to store an image and hold it.
Yeah.
You kind of talk about that, and she like whips out a notebook and starts just kind of writing down everything that you're saying. It's like, how interesting. That's so interesting. So what's brought you to the Great Foundry?
The same thing.
You're trying to take pictures of the guards?
No, we're trying to help with the investigation.
Oh, you work for Narcovi.
We don't work for anyone.
Oh, you're like rogue spies.
Self-employed.
Sure.
I don't know.
Mostly just interested.
Just interested.
Yeah.
What is it that I really like true crime. Are you guys
me.
Are you guys like true crime fans? Like, cause I've read a lot of books on like all these things that happened.
It's more so the fact that people are dropping dead and nobody knows why. That's interested us.
The crime scenes have been pretty messy.
Where
so?
have the crime scenes been?
Like-
Have you seen them?
No, I just heard about them. I've heard that it's there's so much blood and messy. Which I'm like, how can you not catch a guy that's making so much mess, you know? Makes no sense to me. Because every time I'm in my true crime books that I read, they're always like, oh, but they were so meticulous and they kept everything clean and they brainwashed the people investigating. Maybe they're brainwashing the people. Who knows? Anything could be happening at Sigil. Are you okay? You seem kind of starstruck.
I'm just
Starstruck.
taking it all in.
You have good ideas, Nari.
Thank you. I try.
You're welcome.
I'll leave you be. I'm sorry for being an annoyance.
No, it's fine. You
Not
don't have to
annoying.
No,
apologize.
you're on like a super secret mission as spies. She's
Not
like quite
annoying.
loud, and one of the guards has like kind of like turned their head towards the.
We're not
You guys stood outside the
spies.
gates. No, you're on like a super cool secret mission as.
We're not spies.
You're on a super cool secret mission as spies,
Oh
and
dear.
I don't want to interrupt that. So I'll leave you be. Maybe I'll see you around.
Where do you live?
Negative Riz.
It's not even Riz. I'm just...
Where do you live?
Where do you live?
Do you live near a window?
No, just...
Is your bed placed under a window?
Sorry, I'm
Not
asking.
near here.
I'm asking just in case we need to seek you out.
Why would you need to seek me
I
out?
don't know, you seem like you know a
To
lot
kill
about...
me?
Do you have
You want me dead?
You
No.
have good ideas, I think, is what Arath is trying to say.
And you know somewhat about what's happening,
Here,
so...
then. And he pulls out just a little pebble.
It's a rock.
Call me.
I'll let you hold on.
Give it a pump.
Give it a pump.
Bang.
No, like a pump.
Pump up the
And
chain.
as you kind of like squeeze it, you feel it kind of go kind of mushy in your hands
Oh.
and then go solid again. And you kind of let go and it just hits the floor.
What just happened?
But it falls to the ground so suddenly, like it's gained a bunch of like weight. And as you kind of go to pick it back up again, feels like it's like 10 kilos. And then you just hear this like come from Nari's bag.
Rose
That's
boy.
one of mine. I made that.
Oh, I see.
I made
see
it
it.
myself.
Oh, so we like.
Pump it.
Pump up the jam. Pump
Yes,
it up.
I will put him back.
Pump it louder.
Yes.
Pump it louder.
If you need me, you pump.
Okay.
I'll be on the other end of the pump.
Okay. Excellent.
So we pump ours and you pump yours and we both get pumped?
If you need me, just give me a bit of a pump. I'll be on the other side of...
Go pump yourself.
Go pump yourself.
Oh, it's just so nice to bump into you.
So nice to pump into you.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's so good. Bye. And she just
Bye, Nari.
kind of skips off.
This town is full of interesting people.
Did anyone else? That all happened, yeah.
So that just happened.
I didn't hit my head on a rock.
You see one of the guards who is kind of like looking towards you guys, makes his way towards the gates and just kind of gives you a once over. You can't be loitering in the city.
Oh,
You
sorry, we're not
best be
loitering.
on your way.
Tourism.
We're not loitering.
It's a bit late for tourism.
Do you by chance...
Night is young.
You know what? Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. It's probably above your pay grade anyway. We shall go.
You're really shit, spies.
We're not
We're not
spies.
We're
Nice.
not.
Best be on your way. Kind of walks off.
What's his badge number? / J. I'm writing his... I'm reporting him to the local department.
So we've been to the Great Foundry and we can't get in. What's the faction-esque, like... I'm trying to think of a word this. What's the attire of the people that are on guard in this place?
The attire of the guardsmen is like these guys are kind of like dressed in very regal looking robes, but guardsmen normally try and keep themselves pretty secret. Like you can't normally look at a guardsman and be like, oh, that's a guardsman.
Gotcha.
Unless they're actually working. So the ones inside of Harbinger all wear like a uniform that signifies them. That is quite similar to what these guards are wearing.
So, I'm quite frankly a bit stumped.
Do you have any ideas? I know you can't really speak on the whole matter because, but we're running low on people to go talk to and people who we haven't pissed off. So
Look, I think if there is a meeting with Nakovi in the morning, we've already got something lined up.
So we should just call it a night.
Yeah, had a visit of all the places we could go out the night. Continue tomorrow.
Where do we stay for the night?
Gee, I sure wish we had somewhere to stay.
You can both come back to my place.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice.
La 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 la
Hey,
la.
will you do us the favor of describing your abode?
This is my house. And
Do you think I would live in or like above or like in the church?
Yeah.
don't
I
sleep
feel
where you
above the church.
Like in
Have boundaries.
yeah.
Gotta have boundaries. Gotta separate the work-life balance.
Oh, my work is my life.
That's
So, I think it's more of like I live behind the church. It's not. There's nothing in there like that's sentimental. Nothing in there that's not like in use. Like there's no like knickknacks or anything like that. It's very much just. Best way to describe it is it's sterile. Like there's no like. It's like there's a bed, there's a kitchen, there's like maybe a desk for writing things or like journaling or anything like that, but nothing sentimental. And it's like a granny flat out the back of a church. Like it's
the granny flat.
There's no like decorations on the walls. Like it's just very grey.
Have you never been to Poppin' Fun?
Are we keeping that in?
Have you the blind boxes?
Have you ever popped and
Have you ever gambled?
No, I don't ever recall going to a pop and fun.
You should get some trinkets. Make you happy. You get a little blind box and you go woo, 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 and then it's quite fun.
But what if it's not the one that I want?
You spent money on it. Make a good decision. Anyhow.
You're one to lecture people on decisions.
Yeah, try making one. I know. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'll set up some of the spare beds, but
I don't need a bed.
How do you sleep?
I don't.
You
so
don't sleep.
respectfully, you're gonna stay awake?
In a sense.
Okay.
What are you gonna do
I mostly think.
for like 8 hours straight?
4.
Or oh yeah.
I think the least amount that I know is probably for the best.
Yes.
I would be more than happy to be given a bed, if I'm being entirely honest.
Yes. I go to one of the walls and open up, and there's a bed that's in the wall that comes out.
This dust just bounces off these coils.
Yeah.
No sheets, no nothing. Just this old dusty mattress.
Odyssey, you're more than welcome to make yourself at home.
Thanks.
I've got some tea brewing. I know how you like that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll go put my stuff down, I guess, and I'll like walk over to the dusty mattress and start like unloading like my weapons and my like satchel onto the ground and all that.
As you start to set yourselves up for bed, as the night is in full swing, you feel tense, but let sleep kind of fall upon you for two of you. One of you starts to enter some sort of a trance.
Something happens at the end.
But as things
blow off
start to feel calm and peaceful in the dead of night, you just hear this like bang, 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 bang on the door.
I
Thank
get
you.
up. I get up and I go to the door and I open it up.
You swing the door open, and standing there just in the light of the moon is this dwarf dressed in blue robes.
Everyone's so cunty here.
So a big kind of sword on her back, and she just looks at you and goes, "What the fuck are you doing trying to investigate my investigation?" I'm gonna end.
Oh, that's the girly pop.
As Narcovi bangs on your door. Thank you for sticking around for the very first episode of Harbinger House.
Yippee-yahoo.
We will be back
No, you're
next week with episode 2.
Oh my God.
So stick around.
I'm so excited.
If you're on the YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on the Twitch, follow and subscribe.
And if you're everywhere, Patreon,
Patreon,
love
Etsy, everything in between.
everything. We miss you already.
We miss you already.
You seem awfully suspicious. Who are your friends?
One's my friend and one's my mother.
I am here because there is some kind of disturbance in the time. We need to make sure that it goes as it should.
You see kind of like blood over the floor. You see a body. But that's not the thing that draws your attention first. The wall to your left, painted in blood, it just says, "Now it begins."